Hey, how's it going? Living in Boulder, vlog, April 21st, 2020, Friday, 6:13 p.m. I'm doing the video kind of late right now because I guess in the morning when I was getting to sleep, I was tired and I just couldn't breathe and I just didn't feel like doing a video, so I figured I'd do it in the morning. Or maybe I think I was a little bit stressed out because I had recently started a new thing, with my timeline, so which was adding all of their different clades, all the different orders and suborders and all that kind of stuff, classes and families and super orders and everything. And I'm just kind of copying and pasting. I haven't figured out how I want it to design it. I think I'm going to design, animals within animals, just kind of like with countries within countries. So, but right now I don't know what fonts I'm going to use. So I'm just dumping stuff on. And yesterday I spent the day dumping on, well, I guess, touch ups, just random touch ups, but dumping on all of the Cenozoic animals and the dinosaurs, and trying to process them, digest them, put the proper fonts, or at least the beginning stages of them, on there, and then finished the day, yeah, with all the clades and yeah, and then I think I slept a little bit extra yesterday today because I was having trouble breathing. My roommate, I smelled weed yesterday. Then I saw him actually smoking a joint, sitting in the living room smoking a joint as I was talking to him, and I think I said something like, "Oh, give me a puff," and he's like, "I can do better. I'll give you 2 joints." So I smoked them both last night, but it got me kind of hot. It kind of screwed up my lungs. Did sleep that well. Maybe slept in some. I haven't even gotten out of bed yet, and it's like 6. So, last night at 2 in the morning, I went to 7-Eleven and got food. I random. I got like Mentos candy and an energy drink and a beef jerky stick and 2 containers of noodles. And that's as much as I can remember. I kind of starting to run out of food in my house. Yesterday I went on a bike ride with my mom though. I think the last 2 days we went on a bike ride and she took her cat. But we're not going to do it today because it's too cold. Yeah, I was thinking about going to this. I have to clean my house, clean my wood floor, but I think I have to should go to the supermarket pretty soon because my selection of food's getting down. All they have is a couple of like cans of beets or whatever, vegetables and spaghetti mix and or spaghetti and some spaghetti sauce. Maybe I'll have that and then protein powder and pancake mix. But I still have money to buy food, so I should go out there and just get a bunch of food today. Maybe. I feel kind of behind though on this. I was watching some really interesting documentaries about history of all kinds of forms, on Amazon, plants and animals and all that kind of stuff. While I was doing my timelines, learning a lot. This timeline is I'm entering into a stage of biting off more than I can chew, sort of thing, on this timeline. Get into a new stage. I don't think I'm gonna finish in this push because there's just so many different clades, like categories of animals. So, but I think I was gonna consider this Sunday. It'll be my 1 week anniversary of working on the ancient history timeline again. I think I started on Saturday, which is tomorrow, but I like to finish my weeks on Sunday and start them on Monday like everybody else. And so I think, by Sunday I'll still be pumping in all these things, animals classifications. So I'll probably want to just throw another week into it because I'll still be making so much progress. And 2 weeks on the ancient history timeline, if I haven't worked on it since 2011, is very reasonable. I mean, 3 weeks is even more reasonable. So maybe I'll do 3 weeks on it. It's because I'm making so much progress so fast. It's so ancient history timeline is so far behind my other timelines. I spent so much less time on it, just a fraction, and it's so much more interesting, than just kingdoms and kings and stuff. Like animals, whoa, that's the whole reason I wanted to do it in the first place. So yeah, I'll probably throw another week at it. Uh, um, so yeah, that's all. I don't want to talk. I could do, if I want to talk about what I've learned, I can just do a YouTube video on YouTube on my main channel. But it's fascinating to know when these animals came around. Like every animal that we know of, like from us to elephants to mice and all that stuff, came from the same animal. At the end of the dinosaurs, mammals, we weren't allowed to survive because the dinosaurs were too big. So that's interesting, especially if you compare it to how long dinosaurs lived, and they just stayed like that, and they evolved amongst themselves for much longer than we've evolved from mice. So they were super developed and specialized. Another interesting thing about dinosaurs is that back in those days, animals were very better fighters. Like the version of mammal of like groundhog that lived in the time of the dinosaurs had a big horn on his head. um, anyway, that's enough talking for now. We want to do a video about how to give people incentive to not overpopulate, to not have kids. I think it's important to not have kids now, because there's two things that, because I'm doing my ancient history timeline, which is the natural world, animals, and you can't, when you're studying the history of animals, you can't help but notice how they're all going extinct because of overpopulation. So there's two things that make all the animals go extinct: destroying their habitats. It's overpopulation of humans and wasteful lifestyle of humans. Those two things. Mainly wasteful lifestyle of humans, I think. But it's both, pretty much. So I think we need to figure out ways to give people a incentive to not have children. But then that means you have to not be racist, because it's all the third worlders who are popping out the babies like rabbits. So then that means you have to teach the third worlders to be first worlders, and then teach people to not be racist. Just resign that there's going to be some brown skin race in the future. And also, get people to not spend as much. That's the more interesting, is to talk about how to not live so wastefully, because you don't have to piss people off with racism and telling them they can't have babies when they want to have babies and all that kind of stuff. To tell people that they can't have sports cars is you can get more people on board with that. So anyways, that's what I want to talk about in my next YouTube video after I think about it some. Okay, so go have my energy drink for breakfast and maybe go get food. I don't know. I'll think about it, because I do feel like I need to move around, and then I'll get going on just copying and pasting all the different orders and stuff, clades from everything, and then I'll go in and process it. But right now I'm just copying and pasting it, because I haven't decided on the fonts yet. Overall, it's more time consuming because I have to individually put the fonts on stuff, but I just I can copy and paste it, or maybe batch edit, get that stuff going. And for now, it's better to just plop this stuff on, because it'll help me figure out how to build it organically. Man, I'm yawning a lot, so I need to get up and walk around. Alrighty, talk to you tomorrow.